What's going on, guys? It's Cyclone here. I wanted to talk about the Borderlands 3 trailer, but also about one of the classes in particular. So, we've all seen the trailer, and we have our 4 new character classes. We have a female soldier with a mech suit, which I'm definitely going to play as. We have the Siren with the Shiva, multi-arm goddess-like form. That's friggin' sick. And we also have the Assassin character who can make clones and possibly go invisible. He looks kind of cool, and maybe he can also do some hacking. But the character I really want to talk about, because if anyone who knows Borderlands knows, and we've been asking for this stuff for a very long time, we needed a real summoner class. And guys, we finally have a summoner in Borderlands 3. The big robot can summon one of 3 creatures. If you can see it in the screenshot here, the summoner can control, and I'm guessing each one of these is a skill tree. He can control a skag. He can control a spider ant, and he can control that other thing, which almost reminds me of those big enemies at the beginning of Borderlands 2. Something that can leap out forward. Now, if I had to guess right now, I feel like I understand thematically what the summoner class will specialize in gameplay-wise. Obviously, he's not going to be a speedster. However, for example, if you use the spider ant tree, you're more than likely going to be going with defense and with slowing down enemies. So I have no doubt that the spider ant tree is going to be all about crowd control and buffing your survivability. The skag tree is probably going to be your elemental damage tree, corrosive, shock, and fire. And then your third tree, the other guy, is probably going to be a damage boosting type of tree or a stat boosting type of tree all around or something of that nature. I just have a feeling that each creature will have a gameplay element to the character. I don't know who the character is. I just know it's a robot that controls the creatures, which is a summoner build. That's exactly what this is. Now, how long can the creatures stay out? Do they have a health bar? Do they have a cooldown? I mean, I assume they have a cooldown. That only makes sense. And can you summon all 3? Or can you summon 1 or 2? How does that work? Is there the possibility that there's an ultimate ability and that summons all 3 of them? I mean, we have yet to see. But this character interests me more than the others because it's finally a brand new... And I mean a brand new gameplay style. Gage was the closest to this. And Gage could summon her Death Trap. And then Death Trap could be customized in different ways. But this character is combining different summons in his skill tree, it looks like. And this means there's a lot of room for build diversity, I hope. Now the character himself, again... I don't think he's going to be very quick or have a lot of mobility skills, but he's probably going to have plenty of health and maybe be a little bit tankier than the other classes, just the character himself. And then in terms of his gun boosting, maybe the more powerful his summons become, or when the summons are out, he gains accuracy or weapon damage or something of that nature. There has to be something strategic about when you summon the creatures and then when those give you buffs as the character. Usually in these types of games, when you have a summoner build, the creatures, when they get kills, they become more powerful or they give you health or boost or something like that. So maybe you can even empower your creatures and have them last on the field longer. Maybe they level up and become more powerful versions. Or maybe you can even summon the badass versions of each creature as the ultimate ability. And that would be so fucking cool. Just imagine summoning a badass skag as your ultimate ability. You know, the ones that would jump humongous distances and shoot out arcs of lightning and stuff like that. Oh my gosh. I'm getting really hyped just thinking about it. Because each one of those creatures, I know the Spider Ant and Skag definitely have badass forms. And those can spawn with some crazy effects. So I have no doubt that that's kind of where this character is going. He's going to be the summoner. He's going to be the character that allows you to control one of 3 archetype creatures. And then that, in turn, makes you play different ways and boosts your abilities in different ways. Again, Skag is elemental damage and probably damage over time or area effect. Spider-Ant is defense, tankiness, and slowdown abilities. Possibly even mobility skills also, because the Spider-Ant can roll and go fast. Maybe jumping ability. And then your third creature, again, I'm sorry, I don't know exactly what that creature is, but that one could be a raw damage creature or one that gives you health or vampiric or something like that. Guys, I'm really hyped about this character. I mean, I'm probably going to be playing the soldier because she has a mech suit. That's awesome. I love mech suits. But this one right here, this character actually interests me the most. And I'm very intrigued to see if this is actually how the character will be. Because, having one of the 3 creatures in the skill tree, that just sounds so cool. And that really allows for a lot of different builds. Because if you can try one of 3 characters, one of 3 creatures, and then build another creature, and then build a different tree. I mean, there's so many opportunities there. It sounds like a lot of fun. But that's just my initial impressions on this character. I think the other 3 classes look a little more traditional and straightforward. This one really caught my eye, and I feel like in the scheme of Borderlands, it has a lot of room for new ideas and new potential for the character class itself. Anyway, guys, I will be playing Borderlands 3 on this channel. When it comes out, I will be posting videos. So I hope you guys enjoy. This is Cyclone signing out. I will see you around.